I think I have a flat tire on my grain cart this morning. Definitely. Oh, couldn't have figured that out before I got it full. Good morning, guys. So I just took the Kubota up this morning in the cornfield and dumped some wood that we had, some bad used wood, rotten wood. Put that on the burn pile, which we still haven't lit. We have had really rainy days, perfect days to light the burn pile, except they've been all super windy. So not really a good time to be burning a giant pile of old, really dry wood. So we haven't had our giant bonfire yet, but today is a much nicer day, and we're going to be using today to probably work on some fencing, which we also haven't gotten done because it's been raining every time we turn around. So we're probably going to take the four-wheeler, or we may just walk. Most of our fencing should be pretty good. My boss is gesturing to me. Hang on. By the way, I guess we're going to pick up some of old snowbank and sawdust and stuff that's been sitting around for a while. So I guess he wants me to
over it just like that, leave your bucket just like that. See if you can't pull some back.
Okay.
Low.
Boy, he slams that door hard enough. There's still snow in there.
Back up, I think you can scoop it up, and I'll try. Take it right out in the cornfield.
It's too frozen. Frozen.
Is that working?
What?
Four-wheel drive?
Not in four-wheel drive.
Huh?
Not in four-wheel drive. So I guess new thing that we're going to be doing first, we're going to be cleaning up this pile of just sawdust, hay, snow, anything that's kind of gotten shoved off into the side when we plowed this winter, which we didn't have to plow many times because we didn't get very much snow, but there is still some in that snowbank, which just goes to show you how well sawdust is as an insulator. We're going to take that out and just sprinkle it on the cornfield. Four-wheel drive last time. Kind of spinning a little bit, trying to pick up that snow, so I guess we'll put it in four-wheel drive. It's kind of hot in here today. Whew. to adjust the tension on this seat because it doesn't have a whole lot of bounce. If I can remember which way is up. Nothing. What's going on here? I was going the wrong way. There we go. So I guess that's all we're going to be doing. He's going to let the rest of that melt, if that ever happens. We take one lap, or a couple last buckets out there. Able to do that. You guys have been asking if we were going to plant corn this year, and I'm not really sure if we are going to be doing that. We're more wanting to focus on reseeding our grassland. We kind of want to, not reseeding it altogether, just supplementing the seed. We're trying to find, we had somebody who had a seed drill that they were going to let us use. Well, they let somebody else borrow it, and the other person that borrowed it ended up ruining the seed boxes on it, so they won't actually plant the kind of seed that we want to do anymore. And so we're not going to be using that. We've been looking for a used one, and we can't find any in Maine at all. There's a couple in Vermont, but they're just not big enough. We would like to have a no-till seed drill anyway, because it would just really be very helpful whenever we wanted to do something to a field just to help it along. That would be a lot easier. We don't want to till the whole thing up and reseed it all together. That's very, very expensive and also takes a lot of time. And we're just not having any luck finding one, so we may possibly just seed down like we did last time, just putting it in the manure spreader, or we might just broadcast it and then spread manure on top of it. I don't know. So I've just been feathering the sawdust out here. The last load I did not do a very good job. I kind of dumped it all in one spot, but it doesn't matter because it's mostly snow. naturally.
Huh?
I said, oh, naturally. Messing around over there.
I don't know. I don't know what did it. Maybe the tube maybe needs a new tube. You know where that impact wrench is?
Oh, you know where it might be? It might be on the... Or maybe it's in the shop. Yeah, I think it is in the shop. Because...
That's the niche. That's the niche.
Yeah, it's in the shop, I think. I've got the battery right here. Because we used... Obviously, we didn't put all our tools away from the last project we had.
Inch or 15. I'm almost positive
We're
it's
pretty
inch.
terrible about that. This...
Huh?
I don't have anything over here. Oh.
Well, let me get that spray that.
I have... Oh, that's right. I'll go get it. Here. Here's the battery for the impact. So grab this box of... basically, I think it's just all-purpose lubricant, like basically, what's the PB Blaster, I guess, basically just a different brand, Motor Coat. A whole box somebody sent us, so I'm really excited to try it out, and we'll get to try it out right now. Also, somebody sent me this little thing that goes around your neck and holds your camera, so maybe I'll try that right now. I won't have to keep putting the camera in my mouth. Also, we had a new baby born last night, and I don't know why he's a Hereford. We cannot figure out how that happened. We should have had all the Hereford calves by now, so either he's very late, and I mean like weeks late, or I don't even know. That's like the only explanation. He's polled. He's clearly not a Shorthorn. He has a white face. His mother is a Guernsey Charolais cross, so I don't know how that happened, but he is most certainly a Hereford. He's already spoken for. He's nice and healthy. He's a big boy. He's like rodeo bull looking in the front end. He has like this thick neck and stocky front end. But both him and mom are doing great, so. Probably didn't need to bring the whole box, but I figured try it out.
Ooh. Yeah. See what that does. Got the cat.
It's right there.
Motor Coat. All right.
Also, this is not like OSHA approved way to lift a skid steer, but it's how we do it every single time. Looks like he got some wrap caught around that tire.
I know. Yeah. I don't know why it went down there. Maybe just me. Maybe the tube is old.
There it is. Said it was either an inch or 15. The inch is missing. Why is the inch missing? It's okay, we'll grab the deep socket inch, I guess. Doesn't make any difference. It's nice out today. It's probably, let's see, 55, I think it says. You can even hear the flies. So he disappeared. I don't know where he went, but. So it is an inch, which is probably why it's missing. Probably the last time we had it was when we took a tire off. Yeah, it is.
There you go.
15 in there so I don't lose it.
Okay.
Probably gonna have to hit it, I'm assuming.
Watch it out.
That rim doesn't look hot, does it?
No. I don't think that's what. Maybe I'll ask them if they can bend it back a little. I got this. Here, let me try this.
Tried to buy a whole new set of rims. Was it last year?
That would have worked. You know what?
What?
Those ones down to those 16 would have worked on it.
Oh, the used ones? I was talking about new ones. We called the place that sold some aftermarket ones for it and wouldn't call us back. Called them like 3 times and they would not call us back.
Those ones that would have worked. The guy had tires on the rims. They were 10 and a half, 16, but they would have worked.
I can just go across the road and grab the sledgehammer. Or you can. That works, I guess. Improvise. Wow.
Holy.
Guess you need to stop driving around in the. Here, you want a knife?
I got a knife. Okay.
This one's sharp-ish. He's always hating on my knives. I got it. They're unusual because they're 15s, right?
Mm.
Most skid steers now are 16 and a half, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go. One second. Whoops.
Good morning again, guys. It is the next day. We still didn't get everything we wanted to get done yesterday. We didn't work on fencing. We ended up taking the tire from the skid steer over to the shop and they couldn't get to it today, so we're gonna have to go pick that up. Not today. Couldn't get to it yesterday. I don't even know what I'm saying. I haven't had enough coffee today. They couldn't get it to it yesterday, so they're gonna work on it today and get that fixed. We don't know if there was a nail in it or something. The sun is like really bright. Comes up over that hill over there and just shines right through this window. So we don't know if it got a nail in it or something. I don't really see how it could have. We haven't really. Over by the shop is generally where we'll pick up nails, which makes sense. Cleaning up that pile of snow, there shouldn't have been anything in there, so I don't know if it just popped, but we'll find out when we pick it up today. We've just got that out there sitting on a block. We've been using the Kubota to load bales out back and put them on the feed cart and everything. It's not been a big deal. The only problem is that we can't easily carry sawdust. It's no different really. I just push the sawdust cart outside and then we fill it with the Kubota, but it's just more pushing for me. It's not really a huge deal. So we've got that sitting on a block. The other morning, you guys noticed that my tire was pretty slack on this grain cart. So Brent went to fill it up with the air compressor, and while he was filling it, it had a tube in it and there was a big crack in the tire and the tube just exploded. So instead of going with these regular tires, these actually might, no. I think these are flat free ones that we put on a while ago. These steer tires. So he put on a couple of hard They're not the flat free ones, but they're just plain hard tires. They are smaller than the other ones, but it actually works better and it pushes like a dream now. So he put one on either side. He just replaced them both so we don't have to deal with that again. So he got those on there for me, which was nice of him. I did want to show you the cow that calved yesterday. I showed you guys the calf, not really up close, but I haven't showed you the cow, so I did want to show you her. So here's Mama. She's already been milked this morning. We milked her out with a bucket milker just so we could feed him. Usually I would strip her out and then we just milk her through the line, but she does not like to be stripped out. You didn't care last night. You didn't even pick a stall next to him. Today you're more interested in him, huh? But she is a Guernsey Charolais cross. She's a good milker. Hi, babe. Probably about 9 years old, I'd say now. There he goes. He's gonna get up for you. Isn't that a handsome fella? You can't be hungry again. I just fed you. Just wanted people to see how handsome you are. Okay, so yeah, we just milked her. She had no troubles calving. She doesn't have a giant bag, but she keeps her milk up high. She milks like really, really well. I think we milked her into, we tried one time just to see how much she truly does give. After using the bucket milker, not last lactation, but the lactation before that, I believe. And she was giving, it wasn't really at the peak, but she was giving around 65 pounds. I almost said gallons. That would be amazing. No, 65 pounds. And it wasn't at her peak lactation. So she's a really good milker without grain. She's not getting grain, she's just getting cornmeal. So she does really well for having Charolais in her. We were shocked. We bought a couple of them. Well, actually we bought 3 or 4. And one of them didn't make it. She got, what happened to her? She got an infection in her udder and it like turned into like gangrene or something. And she died like really fast. And then we had another one that she just didn't really work out. She was kind of nasty. She really acted like a beef cow. She would come after you. And then we had the 2 that we still have. One of them is number 8. You guys have seen her a million times. She's an escape artist, the bane of my existence. And then we have Greta, who's a good girl, but likes to get into trouble. One time she got unhooked in the barn in the middle of winter. I don't know how. She didn't break her clasp. She just got unhooked from it. And then she got up front and ate like a half a cart of cornmeal because it was gonna be nasty the next day. So I'd filled the cornmeal cart and pushed it inside. Generally that would not be a problem, but not around Greta. She saw the cart and she said, I think I'll get myself undone. So somehow she got unhooked and she ate half the cart. And I tell you, it was a long time before she would even eat cornmeal because she just couldn't even look at the stuff, which I don't blame her. She got so sick. So I don't know if it's the beef cow in them that makes them a little bit mischievous, but she certainly is. And he is crazy. Like this morning I was sweeping in the hay because we didn't feed him in here this morning. We're just gonna feed him out back. And when I was sweeping past him, he just went absolutely nuts. Started kicking the cage, making those terrible noises that calves make when they think something's gonna attack them. And it took me a long time to get him calmed down. So he's a wild man. Brent just came out with coffee, so we're gonna have a quick cup and then get into the rest of our day. Okie dokie, so it is a lot later in the day. It's like 3 o'clock right now. Brent had to run and get that tire for the skid steer, which they finished finally. And he had to pick up a whole bunch of other stuff for the milk room and just random stuff that we needed for the farm. So I went home and had some lunch and just hung out for a while. And then came back and we were gonna pick up some bales and maybe do some fencing if we had time. And then Brent came back from getting the bales. He was supposed to be getting the bales. And he came back with no bales and said that the Kubota broke a hydraulic hose. So now we have to go get that fixed. It's just a short one. But look at that. Blew it right out. Definitely an original hose.
Yeah, do you guys do hydraulic hoses? Yeah. Okay, do you have quite a bit in stock? It's pretty common thread, I mean, yeah.
At least we're getting this out of the way before.
Oh, that's all right. Well, like,
spreading.
Nobody else here that can make one then, right? All right, I'll be right up. I'll come right up and be there in 10 minutes. Thanks. Bye-bye.
got it, and it only cost you what, $60? Stop.
There you go. Wander it on there. Tight.
Huh?
Wander it on tight.
I still do it with my hands right now.
Hey.
That's pretty good, huh? It is the next day again. Sorry we keep jumping around. We are not having any luck. You guys are not going to believe it. We got that hose on the Kubota last night. Didn't get started. Didn't actually get machines on the cows until like 5:30, which is super late. We somehow managed to get done milking a little past 7. And then this morning, we were trying to get that hose fixed. We didn't need it last night, but we knew we were going to need it in the morning to have the Kubota to go get bales. And there was other things we wanted to do with the Kubota. We're possibly going to open up the pit and start spreading on a few fields. That was the manure truck that you guys just heard going by right there. We were going to spread on some of the drier fields, so we were going to go open up the pit, and obviously we need the Kubota to open up the pit and load manure because it's the only loader tractor we have. So Brent went out and started it up this morning, and that hose that we just got is not crimped right, and it's leaking everywhere. So Brent's got that off again, and we're going to have to take it somewhere. We're going to take this one back, and they're going to give us our money back, and then we're going to have to go somewhere else because the place that we went last night, this is the only 2 fittings that they had, this is the most common fitting for a tractor hydraulic hose, and they only had these last 2, and the place that we're trying to get a hold of today, they haven't had very good selection in stock for the last 2 years, so I'm highly doubting that they're going to have anything. And then the next closest place to us just closed, I believe, so we're probably going to have to travel to get this hose made up. We used to have one right here in town, and then the guy who owned the place passed away and nobody took it over, so we don't have that to go to anymore. So all the places that we have to get hydraulic hoses and stuff made are just like gone. We do have an extra one hanging around, but it's a long one with different fittings on it. We usually try to have an extra of the most common one to go, and wouldn't you know it, this is not one of those. So I'm not really sure what we're going to get done today, but it doesn't seem like this is our week to get anything done because it's Friday, and we just, other than getting sawdust and working on a few random things, we did get the tires filled in one of the manure spreaders, so we don't have to worry about that. We greased it, so that one's all good to go. We still have to grease the second one. We do have the mechanic working on the Internationals to fix the 540 PTO. He came and took the part off in it that he needed to take back with him so he could rebuild it. And he hasn't come back yet, so we can't use the International because it's all torn apart and it would just leak hydraulic fluid everywhere. So can't use that, but Brent just came back down, so let's try to go find another hose, I guess. One more tweak. Should be good. Oh, this reminded me, we also did order a battery shutoff for the Massey because for some reason it's running that battery dead. And there's no reason for it because that's a brand new battery. It was new last fall, maybe the fall before that, but either way, it's a good battery. Had it unhooked and charging all winter, and it's not starting the tractor now, so something is wrong. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. Yeah. Yep. Finally got it. So, I guess we got everything probably that we're gonna get accomplished. This video accomplished. We obviously didn't do any fencing. So we're putting that off until, I don't even know, because today's Friday and it's supposedly supposed to rain all weekend. So we won't be doing it then. Hopefully we can get out. I know it's supposed to rain sometime in the middle of the week, next week too. So hopefully early next week we'll be able to get out and do some fencing and spread some manure at some point. We have some fields that are dry, like this field that we're in right now. We're in a field. I don't know if I clarified that. But we're picking up some bales today. You guys have seen that a million times, so I probably won't film any of that. But we've got to pick up 2 loads of bales. The field that we're in, like I said, is just, it's dry-ish. I wouldn't spread on it. Being on it with a truck, I can see where I've driven. I'm not making any marks or anything. I can just clearly see, you know, how it's kind of, the ground is kind of soft and you can just see your tire tracks. I'm not sinking in, you can just see it. So obviously it's going to be a lot different with a full manure spreader and a tractor on it. You're going to probably sink in pretty good. So we can't get on this one. We've got this one across the way. The road is right here, kind of goes down a hill. You can't really see it. It looks like a giant ditch. That's the road. So then across the road in that other field, that is pretty dry until you get over toward one of the corn strips over here a little ways. Then it starts getting pretty wet in the middle, so you'd have to completely avoid that. There's a lot of fields that you could get in, but there are places that you're going to have to just completely avoid because they're going to be wet spots, and they might even be more wet than usual, so you might have to avoid them even more. You might have to go even wider than you usually would. So we just don't really want to make a mess, especially when it's not like a huge deal. We've still got a couple more weeks. There are the people that do the Brent's corn land are spreading on his corn land because he's got like the nicest, driest corn land around. So they usually spread on his first. So they've spread most of the fields over this direction. But the hay land is wetter than the corn land. So anyway, we're waiting for Brent to come up with the tractor right now. I saw a little bit of wrap that I just drove over in this field. So we're gonna go over and pick that up. So that's not in the way. Right there underneath this pretty tree. This is a nice shade tree right here. Beautiful. So this is one of the cornfields that they spread on. This is probably the driest cornfield Brent has. All I can picture is summer. Like, this is the hardest field to do round bales on because no matter where you drop them, they just roll down over the hill there. This is the only field that I've lost one. Oh no, that's not true. There was another field. Completely lost it. Like, it went down over a rock wall and Brent tried to drive in with the Kubota and grab it and he just couldn't. So there's a bale of hay down there somewhere that just has been there for a few years. My bad. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Basically just trying to get all of our equipment running at once. So far, it is. Knock on wood. I probably just jinxed myself. But if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and comment down below. Keep it real, keep farming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.